Hello, my name is Dr. K, and my highest excitement is providing you with the tools, the strategies, and the technologies to help you evolve rapidly as conscious leaders in body, mind, and spirit so we can be the change that we've been waiting for. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this with someone you love, and I will see you in the next video. Hello, this is Dr. Kirkendall, and this is the third video in speaking to you about the toolkit. When you're on your life and you're in the journey and you're in the trenches and there's a wall that you come across and you have to scale, or something insurmountable is in front of you on this journey and on this path, you're going to reach for your toolkit. And again, that toolkit is meditation and really sitting and listening to what is and letting it fall off. So meditation. The second one is the emotional clearing technique, where we look at the emotions and what the programs are and these old stories that are running you and wearing you down and really keeping you confused and overwhelmed and not able to hear. Now, the third one in the toolkit that's really powerful, and it's really the simplest, I feel, of all of them, is love push-ups. Now, why do I call them love push-ups? Well, love push-ups essentially is being able to sit with whatever is there, whatever shows up in that meditation, whatever shows up in that program, or just in your day, is just taking a moment. And I usually like to tell people, give this 5 to 10 minutes. Now, you can go the bonus round. I've done as much as 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, and it seems like a really simple, easy thing. But the reality is there's nothing more powerful than the sword of love. Now, the sword of love is the sword of truth. To really, really, truly love the parts of yourself that are in resistance to being loved, like, I have a lot of shame, I have a lot of regret, or, I don't love the fact that I have, freckles and red hair. I don't love the fact that my skin is so white. I was picked on it. So when I was younger, I was picked on and bullied, and so I have a lot of reasons and social proof and stories and programs of why it's not lovable. People don't love me for that. This is one of my experiences. It was really tough for me as a child, and thank God, because that's what brought us here. Thank you, my bullies. Thank you for difficult times when I was a child and difficult times in high school and junior high, because this is what made me a seeker. This made me be able to sit here and share this with you. This is powerful information, and it's powerful because it's simple, it's easy, and it's free. It's free. So this is a difference between information, telling you more and more and more, and insight. It's like all you have to do is really love yourself. Well, people are like, okay, love myself. How am I going to do that? Well, you actually sit there, whether on the couch or in nature or on a beach or at the top of a skyscraper in Manhattan, and actually spend some time loving yourself. So what I want you to do is I want you to get quiet, put your feet on the ground for this third exercise, and I want you to just feel love. And maybe there's a program running or an emotion running that you're already aware of, and I want you just to really feel love for that. If there's resistance to feeling love, like, I can't just love myself because of this thing, I want you to feel the part of you that says, I can't just do that. Love that part. I want you to feel love for the part that's scared to love you. I want you to feel love for the part of you that people say, well, this is egocentric. I'm supposed to love other people. It's like, I want you to feel love for the one that was told that. Because you really, and nothing I'm saying here is something you don't already know. Like, you can't really love anyone fully unless you love yourself fully. You can only show up in a relationship the way that you're showing up in yourself. This is an example. One day I called somebody I really, really love, and I have a lot of history with this person, as we all do with people we have. Maybe it's family members, maybe it's a past relationship, maybe it's a mother, father. But I called this person and I said, I want you to know I love you. And this person said, yeah, right. Well, I gotta go. This and that. And I said, whoa, hold on a second. And I'm one of the few kind of individuals that would actually stop someone dead in their tracks and actually have them look at something like this. I mean, other people do, but I seem to have a tick for it. So I said, whoa, what is that about? Because I want you to know, I just said that I love you so much. You had such an impact on my life. And what you said was, you rejected it essentially. You said, well, not really. I don't receive that. And so you actually stop that. And from stopping yourself receiving fully, you're actually stopping yourself from letting other people love you. You're stopping yourself from having this interaction where you truly love one another. And so this is the reason I stopped and said, wow, we need to really look at this. And so for you today, you don't have to go out and have a relationship or have a conversation like this, but recognize that if you don't even love you, this is the source of the whole problem. If I have patients coming into my office and they're depressed and they're anxious and they have erectile dysfunction and they have just pick anything in the world. I eat too many donuts, I smoke too many cigarettes, I'm drinking alcohol. Well, it's because of something. I feel anxious when I go out into the public, and so therefore I don't love that. Or I have erectile dysfunction because I'm afraid that somebody is going to judge me and I'm going to be really embarrassed. And so they'll do that. I eat donuts because I have a lot of emotions and I'm covering them up. Well, this is why I left the practice to go and do a deep discovery in myself. And I'm able to bring back something that you don't have to buy in a plastic bottle, because this is at the core of the human sickness going on planet Earth. It's these programs and emotions. So I want you to start to recognize, whoa, holy crap, like I have shame, I have guilt, I have lack, I have doubt, I'm angry, I've been a terrible husband, I've been a terrible friend. I want you to start to say, I love you to this. And not say it only, I want you to feel it. The part that says, oh, I could never receive that love, I want you to feel love for that part as well. Really allow yourself to receive that love. And once you start to do this, at first it's going to feel like push-ups. Like literally at first I remember trying to be like, oh, I'm trying to love myself. There's parts of myself I don't like and I'm really ashamed and angry about. And so it was really hard. It was like working out. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that we can't love ourselves. Society says, oh, you can't be egocentric. You can't love yourself. That is a crazy, crazy program, crazy story. It's what's eating away at so many families. If people really, really love themselves, maybe they would make the decision that this relationship is no longer serving me and let that relationship go instead of holding on. I got to hold on. And geez, Dr. K, tell me why I'm depressed and tell me how to fix my anxiety. And I'm just like, man, there's nothing I can do for you. No wonder why you feel like shit. No wonder why your body is like, your heart is racing and you're stressed out. Now, there's a lot of wonderful things that we can use through blood chemistry and hormone evaluation and nutrition and all of those things that can really support the physical spaceship here on planet, Earth. You're essentially running around in a spacesuit, on spaceship Earth, floating through the galaxy, right, in the solar system. And if you can just sit with and love those spaces, and even love, I don't have time for this is stupid, I'm embarrassed. Like, who are you embarrassed for? Be in love for the one that feels embarrassed. Be in love for the one that doesn't have time. If you had a little baby or a child that fell down, you wouldn't yell at them or be hard on them. You'd pick them up and you'd say, oh my gosh, you're feeling pain. Like, what's going on, You would say, it's going to be okay, honey. I love you. You're going to be all right. And when you do this, if you can get over the prefrontal cortex, the part of you that's judging yourself and thinking, oh, this is ridiculous, because society kind of just never mentioned this and made fun of people doing the work. Like, what was the old Saturday Night Live film? I love myself and gosh darn it, people like me. And it was an old Saturday Night Live reel that ran for many years because it was a huge hit. And they made him, like this ridiculous character. And the thing was hilarious. I mean, the comedy bit was really funny. But the truth of the matter is, in the 80s, people were saying that I love myself and I'm a great this, and we're essentially lying to ourselves. It's like BS because we don't actually feel it. So in order to really, really feel it and go from love push-ups and workout to getting into the love jacuzzi, instead of forcing love in and try to make it, oh, I love this, I love that, is I want you just to relax your body and allow yourself to receive love from yourself. Now, sometimes we have a love in our life, like a mother or a father that really loves us. If that's something that's been a hard relationship, don't utilize that for this. Maybe if you believe in angels, if you believe in spirit or nature, if you believe in Mother Earth, if you believe in Muhammad, if you believe in gods and goddesses, whatever it is for you, whatever technique you need to use, receive the love from that. Receive the love from any kind of construct you need. A lot of times, if I couldn't feel love for myself, and this is a real thing, I would actually feel love from my beautiful, gorgeous, precious niece who's only 4 years old. Perfect and magical and wonderful. And I would feel so much love for her, and then I would get that love going in my body, and I would turn it in on whatever I felt shame and anger and resentment and lack for. Now, this seems so silly, but the tiniest little shift in the rudder of a sailboat will absolutely change the entire trajectory. And let me be the proof in front of you. If you have no other, possibly, maybe you have a lot of other proof, and that's why we need to do this. Then you have to really look at like, whoa, I'm holding myself back. Why am I holding myself back? Maybe this is actually something that's keeping me small, which is, I've had that too. These are all these little programs. You'll start to be amazed, really amazed. It's a thing. It's a real thing. And start to really love each of these tiny little clever ways that the ego tries to keep you small or keep a person that wronged you wrong. You know, I can't love that part that was hurt because I would be making it okay that they did this thing. You're not making it okay, but you can either choose to walk around in this stone carrying it in your heart, or putting all these rocks in your backpack on this journey that we call the journey of life. Or you can choose to say, you know what, I'm going to dump my backpack open and I'm going to find out, man, this thing, this regret, this shame, I'm going to toss this off the side of the cliff. I'm done with this. Right into the ocean it goes. So love push-ups become the love jacuzzi when you stop forcing it and just relax your body and allow yourself to receive. And another part of the love push-ups turning into the love jacuzzi is it gets easier. It gets more fun. This is supposed to be fun. But letting me be the proof that's sitting in front of you, had I not done the inner work, and this is what they talk about this is what I'm realizing when people say doing the work, like Byron Katie, they say doing the work, or Kyle Cease, who I really love, or even Oprah Winfrey's talked about this, or Tony Robbins. It's not about just clearing all these stories around your mother and all this stuff and all the self-help crap. Really what it is, it's about you uncovering the power of who you are, the beauty of who you are. After all, you came from this earth. There's a beauty in this earth. All the while we're sitting here. There's dolphins actually swimming. I saw just a moment over there. And there's, otters swimming. And the water is lapping up against the sea. And there's, in the light here, I can see all these different tiny little creatures flying around and infiltrating the air. And there's bats will come through and eat the little flies. And, on a drop of water is an entire universe swimming inside of this water drop. Just like in a single drop of blood. Used to use a dark field microscopy and use these microscopes and look at a single drop of blood for a patient to help them with their health, or look at a drop of water and see what's in the water. It was fascinating. And this is all alive, and you're part of that. And to say that it's not, and to say that you're separate from that, this is where society is going really, really wrong. And I feel like out here, after a couple years, just being in some of the most beautiful nature in the world, that I'm so grateful because I spent so much time. Nature's a really great cradle. That's why I actually do immersives and intensives where I bring people out. I don't like the word intensive. We just bring you out and teach you, actually go through with other community, learning how to love ourselves and heal ourselves and connect with others and realize this is not a silly thing. Like, we're evolving as a conscious species right now because we're learning to love. Where we're learning that we're part of nature, not separated like what I learned in biology, where human anatomy and physiology is over here, and all of the animals and, all of the petals of a flower and all the insects, you stick them in pens and you take their livers out and do all these things, like We're part of all of that. And there's a beauty. It's almost like nature is in love with itself. It's just in non-resistance. And to not love yourself and to resist any part is a resistance. You don't see a river doing that. You don't see a bird resisting their bird call. They just sing. This is the third step, the love push-ups. And when you do your meditation, right, step 1, you do the emotional clearing technique, step 2, which is you do the meditation, and if you get stuck, you do the emotional clearing technique, or just add it on, like, wow, I really want to look at these things that are running in my mind, my consciousness, the emotional stuff, these stories. And then 3 is at the end, add 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, an hour. The bonus round is as high as you want to go, but the more love you give yourself, the more love you're able to give the world. And you can spend a lot of time resisting that or just letting it in and letting that love and that joy of life wash over you. It is such a gift. So start to use that today. Add it into the meditation that you've already scheduled. Add it into the programming and the emotional clearing technique, right? And add in now just a few minutes or more of love and watch the miracles happen. Because had I not loved myself enough to listen to my own inner calling, I would not be sitting across from you, looking you right in the eyes right now and saying, this is what helped me. And in that, it helping me, I realized at this time, like 2 years ago, I did not know I would be having this conversation with you. What an amazing thing. You know, the universe is too magical and too perfect to make sense. It's too magical and too perfect to be just. Because if it had been just, I would have stayed. It would have felt perfect. Everything's just the way it is. So I stayed in, I'm still in the same thing. But it wasn't. It felt uncomfortable, and this is life. So you get to move with it or resist it. I think nature's speaking pretty loudly. It's saying love. Let go of the resistance. It's time. It's time we evolve as a human species conscious of this now, like never before. I love you, and I will talk to you in the next video. If this video was inspiring and empowering, make sure you share it with someone you love, like, subscribe, and click the bell so you don't miss a single thing, and I will see you in the next video.